user, right? For example, I want to add a new user. Okay, I want to add a new user, login, groups, kind of stuff. We'll see that one again. So then, to add a user, what to do? Command is user add. Guys, screen is visible or not? Audio, video.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, sir, all are fine, sir.
Okay. So user add by adding like a user one. Okay. But automatically user will be added and you have to give the password for the user. And ID user one is for verifying user information. ID user one for verifying user information. Butler user information. All user information stores under /etc/passwd file. And also the group information stores in /etc/group file. And the password information shows shadow. Okay, password information stores under shadow. So these are the main thing about user related kind of stuff. And as today we have seen how to add a group add, and a group name, for example. Now I want to create a user. You can also do like this: group add -z, something like a not taken, means already not taken kind of stuff, maybe 1200 or 1500, 1600, anything you can take it, or not already taken kind of stuff. Okay, okay, the group IDs must be unique. Like this, also you can create it. So if you add a group like this, automatically group ID randomly generated. Randomly means based on the last group ID. Like this, you are specifying a group ID here. Like this, randomly user ID will be selected and user, okay, user one, user ID automatically generated, and user one primary group is user one only. Okay, automatically user one group will be created and he join into that group only. So that is what we discussed. User one primary group is user one only. Okay, so that is here. Now I don't want like that. So I want to create a user. Okay, I'm going to create a user two. Okay, I want to create a user two like this, but the primary group is group one. Okay, group one. Okay, user add. If I want to create a user three, the primary group is group two. We can use same command like this also. Meaning is user two, user three, user four, sorry, user two primary group is group one, user three, user four primary group is group two only, because of the group ID is 1200. We know because of we given. Or you can verify also. You can verify the group ID from /etc/group. Here it is user one, sorry, user two primary group. I'm going to put a PG for that one. So primary group is group one. User three and user four primary group is group two. Okay, so this is group management related one. Okay, so this is how to add a user. Okay, and how to verify user information, how to change the password. Okay, and whenever you create a user like this, the user primary group is the username only. But if you can add a group by like using a Groupadd, or you can specify group space hyphen like this. So next, you want to add a user while you are creating. Want to add a user while you are creating. You are specifying a primary group. So guys, the important thing is every user must be in a primary group. So secondaries or supplementary groups are optional, but every user must be in a primary group while you are creating, or maybe while you are changing or anything. It must be in a primary group. Here you told already primary group to this particular user. So then username, user 2, user 3, user 4, groups won't be created. Okay. So remember, user 2, user 3, user 4, groups won't created by default. By default means when you are adding a user, the user 2 group, user 3 group won't be created. Okay, so we'll try this one first, the group kind of stuff. Then we'll see user modification kind of stuff also. To do that one, what we need a root user. So we are already having a root user here. So guys, these are the existing user list. You can see user ID, and this is the group ID. User ID, group ID. If you want, you can take one and you can put it into the list. Also, this is first one. So this is a okay. So the first one is user name or login name. The X represent password. X represent password. This is user ID, group ID, comment. What is this comment kind of stuff, guys? Like not only a name, full names also you can able to put it. For example, you take a name of someone. Okay, here it is. Aniket Rajguru is there. Guru is there. Or Binod Kumar. Okay, I put it instead of Binod, I put a Binod Kumar. Or maybe I'll put a HR. Okay, so like a Gayatri HR. Banu system administrator. Like that, I put a IT supporter. So this is a comment. Whether it is there or not there, not at all a problem. Because if you see, for certain users, it is not there. No problem. This is home directory location. Home directory location. Home directory. Right, that's enough. Home directory. This is login shell. When user is login automatically, so which shell he will log in. So this is the information about user. Okay. So what we are doing is we'll do from here. First of all, I want to add a user one. Okay. So then we'll see. Guys, always when you create automatically the next user ID group IDs will let like this is a 1004 is a user ID, last user ID, then it become 1005 for a new user. 1003 is a group ID, last group ID. 1004 is the last 104 is the next group ID. I'll show you user add, user one. I didn't specify which group, which user ID, which group ID. I didn't specify anything. User is added. Look at here. Yeah, it is 1004 last user ID 1005. So this is user ID for user one. And of course, same name, same group. it is directly showing like this, or maybe 1004 is created inside. We did have to check it. So right. So how to give password for this one? Passwd user1. I'm giving user1. Okay. So password is given. Without giving a password, you cannot log in. Without giving password, you cannot log in. Okay. So compulsory. Password is compulsory. So normally we don't mind about few things, but here it is. Every user must have kind of stuff. One primary group must be there, and user ID, group ID, home directory, password, login shell. Okay, password is also must be specified. Without a password, user cannot log in. Okay, you can switch from root user to normal user, but normal user cannot log in directly. Okay, without a password, no. So password is also given. Next, verify username, user ID. ID user1. So user ID is 1005. Username, group ID is 1005, and group name is user1. Also, you can verify same thing from like a tail space -3 /etc/group. You can see this is the group. This is the group name. Okay. So same group it is creating. Because I didn't specify which group you want to join, I didn't specify it. Its same group is joined. Now I'm going to group add kind of stuff. What I'm doing is I'm adding a group directly. Group name is group1. I added a group. Okay, and I want to check what is the group ID. What is my group ID is randomly based on the previous group ID, existing group ID, it is generating 1006. Because 1005 is already taken group ID. So 1006 is a group ID is taken by group 1. Or you can specify a group ID by yourself also. Like 1200, 100, like we will not go with the, don't take less than 1000 guys, less than 1000, don't take it. And even though you've taken more than 1000, so compulsory verify is it already taken or not. Okay, so take based on that one only. Okay, 1500, 2000, 3000, like that you can take it. There is a maximum limit is there, but still you can take it. Group 2, I'm adding another group, so you cannot add a same group again. I'm adding another group. If you look at here, I specified a group ID, then automatically it is a group is added. Group is added and the group ID is 1200. Now I'm adding a user -z. Small g represent as primary group. You can specify a name to add into a group. Okay, you can add into a group. You can I will see from only ID perspective only, so that's ID. So it is my primary group is group 1 instead of user 2. Okay, or you can add a user to the group 2. ID user 3. Verify my group ID is 1200 and group 2 is my primary group. Okay. Same goes here. Instead of group name, I'm giving group ID for a primary groups. So user 4, I'm adding to group ID 1200. Same ID user 4. got a group 2. So the thing is, user 2 is belongs to group 1, user 3 and user 4 is belongs to group 2 as a primary group. You guys understand your primary group adding, group adding, user adding? I didn't give a password, but do you understand?
So we can't get it. It's a little bit of confusion, sir.
No problem, no problem. Confusion is common. The first question
So
is,
clumsy.
do you understand how to verify user information using ID or these things? That is first question. Second, how to add a user. How to add a user. Tell me basic command.
Add user.
Useradd.
User add. Okay. And give the username. Right? So I'm taking, for example, easy. U1 is my user one. Okay. How to give password for a user? Second question.
Passwd.
Password. Passwd.
Passwd user one. And you have to give password. So next question. So when you add a user without specifying primary group, what will happen? So ID U1. If I'm checking how to check user information, ID user or a /etc/passwd. But thing is, you will get a user ID, something. Okay, maybe it is 1010. Group ID. You will get a group ID. Also, like this. It means with your name only, it is there. Like yesterday, we discussed that one. Users and groups kind of stuff, like here. So each user, when you creating it, with their name, groups are creating. So what I'm trying to do is, I want to create a users. When I'm creating users, I want to add them into single group only. I want to add them into single group only instead of creating multiple groups. Okay. So here it is. So if I create 100 users like this, 100 groups will be created. So no user in the same group. No user in the same group by default, not in a same primary group. No user in the same primary group. So what I have done, the question is, first we add group. How to add a group?
Group add user one or group one.
Group add group name.
Group one.
Okay. You can specify a group ID by default, otherwise no problem. Okay. Next. Now I want to create a users, like a user user one is already created. For example, from user 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, user 4, user 5, user 6. I want to add all these users into group 1 when I'm creating these users. So how to add a user? And I'm creating user 2. Okay, but I want to add a user.
Sir?
My primary group is group 1. Same thing. User add -z B1 user user add hyphen z g1 user 4. So user 2, user 3, user 4. Primary group is
Group 1, sir.
group 1 only. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's it only. Same thing only I implemented here. Okay, same thing only I implemented, but I use group ID also because there is lot of options are there. I use a specified a group ID here. Okay, and also I added to a group with the name or group ID. My point is both are same. Either you use a group ID or you can use a group name. Both are same. Both are same. Why? Because I'm telling this scenario because some people get confused when you see a certain textbooks or video, lot of video material also there. People will tell one way, but there is a several things are there. I'm also telling a lot of things I'm not able to tell. Okay, so what happened? It will think like, okay, Latif sir said like this, but this video is like this, which is correct. Okay, so don't get kind of stuff. Both are correct only. So which one is working? Okay, so why you got confused? I understand. That's why I told this kind of stuff because of when implementation I type the comments. That's it. Okay, while explanation because it will skip your in mind, which you already know. Okay, that's why it is a small confusion. Okay, no confusion at all. Already you guys understand, right? How to add a user, how to add a group, how to add a user, and means you are creating a user with the primary group is you are specifying it. Okay, next user mod. This is to modify users. How to modify user modification. What is user modification? The command is user mod. Guys, in a user having so many things: username, user ID, group ID, comment, your directory, login shell, like this. When you go to this, you can all modify these things plus some more things also there. Okay, not only a primary group, also you can change it a secondary group also. Here it is hyphen hyphen u, like you want to modify user ID. Okay, in a user mod we have an options. Not only user mod, guys, user add also we have same options are available. Okay, some options are different, but most of the options are common. You can define, you can change, or you can define user ID. Okay, so you can give this, it's a primary group, GUID primary group. You can change the primary group of particular user. Capital G is a supplementary. Or you can say secondary. When you say primary, then second one is like a secondary group. Okay, you can change home directory. Hyphen D for a home directory. Hyphen C is comment. Okay. Only one thing, guys. Very simple. How to remember all these things. Username L. User ID hyphen U. Group ID hyphen Z. Primary group. Okay. Comment hyphen C. This home directory hyphen D. Login shell hyphen S. Okay, so see some options are completed, right? Only one thing is supplementary group, hyphen capital Z, hyphen A, append. So if you are adding multiple things like multiple supplementary groups you are adding, means one primary group, multiple supplementary groups are there. But when you are adding a multiple supplementary groups, use hyphen A, means append. Unlock, you can lock the users. Capital L for lock the user. Okay, you can lock the user, you can unlock the users. Hyphen W warning is there, password age is there. Okay, maximum password is, minimum password is, password expiry kind of stuff is also there. Okay, a lot of things are there. I'm not. You can try those things also. For example, user mod hyphen help and find out other things. User mod in user add also you can go to hyphen help. You get all these things. I given some remaining you can able to do it. Yes, for a login shell. Hyphen P for a password. This password won't work. You can define a password also. Guys, already I told user add also having a almost all same kind of stuff. For you, I'm adding a user here. So these are the users. I'm creating a user file. Okay, I'm creating user file. Look at here. So in a user add, I will tell. Okay, so I'm adding a user here. So user 5 I'm adding. Look at here. So user add. Okay, hyphen u 1010 user ID, because user ID is not yet taken. It is 1008 is the last one. Okay, and a group ID. I am specifying group ID. My group is group 2. Okay, so user ID, group ID, secondary group 1, secondary group 1. Okay, I'm specifying group 1. Okay, I'm also specify home slash user 5 data. Normally home directory name is user 5 only. Okay, like that. Hyphen yes slash bin. By default it will come. So but I am specifying it. Okay. Yeah, you can put it anything like a user 5. I am specifying. You know, when we are using 4, 5 versions, that time we have to give everything. Okay. So after 5.5 no volume. See it is. I given everything here. I press enter. Now check it. Here it is. Look at here. User ID is different. I specified user ID when I'm creating a user. I specified group ID and a secondary group also I specified, and see it is a home directory name is different. Bin bash is anyway it is there. ID user 5. See it is. Primary group is group 2. Okay, and also groups group 2 and group 1 is also there, because group 1 is a secondary group, group 2 is a primary group for a user 5 for user 5. Okay, and also ls space fnl slash home. It is user 5 3 2 1, but user 5 for user 5 the directory user's home directory name is like this, because I specified like that. Okay guys, understand how to add a user a custom wise, means you can specify the user's home directories, you can specify that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm creating user file primary group is group 2. Okay. Supplementary or a secondary group, group 1. Home directory is /home/ user file data. Okay, so these are the specifications. User file. Okay, of course, user ID. User ID is 1010. I put a PG for this one, so because it's a big text. Understand, right? Already. You guys understand what I've done? Just for fun, you can able to do it. Okay, so the next one is user mod. So we'll see the user mod thing is, look at here. Yeah, here it is. I will take 7. Okay, we got it. I will take a Magasium. Okay, I'm going to change this kind of stuff. So we'll take 10. Okay, exactly 10. Yeah, why 10? Okay, no volume. Yeah, 10 is okay. Or no 10 also no volume. Why? Because of by default it is 10. See, look at here. It is showing student. Okay, so student 15A comment is like this, right? I'm going to change for Gayatri. So the Gayatri name is, I will change for username Gayatri. I change Gayatri normal. Okay, so user mod -c Gayatri normal for username. Be careful, guys. This is a not in a caps. So then compulsory like this. So again, verify name changed or not. Got it?
What is, sir?
Okay. So it is, I change the comment. Only I change the comment kind of stuff only. So like this. But it is a very big output. So then what I'm trying to do is, so I will cut something from it. So from here, I'll cut it for now. So what I've done, I change the comment kind of stuff. So after changing, this is the output. So compulsory. Look at here. Correct. Like this, one by one, you can able to do it. So next question is, I will check these users are there, no? So 1, 2, 3 kind of stuff. Again, I will put this who are in the same group. Yeah, Magasium is in the group. Okay, ID Gayatri in the Gayatri group only. ID so in a B15. Okay. Yeah, why we are doing like this? I created a group 1, group 2, right? Right? Yes. We created a group 1, group 2. Look at here. This is a simple one. Icon 6. Okay, this is better. So user 1 ID. No. What I'm doing is big list. Look at here, guys. This is a 1003. Is a one type of group. It is we created a B15 group. Okay, so you can try like a the group ID 1003 is B15 group. So ID Gayatri. Gayatri primary group is Gayatri only. Now I want to add Gayatri user to B15 group. What I'm trying to say is, look at here, ID Gayatri. So that's the point, right? Here it is. So first of all, Gayatri primary group is this one. Now my planning is I want to add Gayatri. It is already created. Okay, Gayatri to B15 group as secondary or a supplementary group. Okay. So to modify user kind of stuff, what is the command? To modify user related information, what is the command?
Usermod.
Usermod. Very good. Which user I want to change?
Gayatri.
So we'll put it in a next position. So I want to add the user to supplementary group. Option name is capital Z. Okay. What is the group name? B15. Got it? So I want to add this user, existing user to a group. The group is a secondary group, not primary group. Okay. Name won't be changed here. It will be added here only. Okay. So like that. So what I'm going to do is usermod hyphen capital G for a supplementary group. If I put a small g, primary group will be changes. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I want to add a user to supplementary group like a B15. Now check ID. See it is. I didn't change the primary group. I just add a user to a group. Okay. Like this. So this is a user model. Two examples I showed. Okay. Here. That is user mod. Guys, compulsory what to do? User mod hyphen help. So when you go to help, you'll get a lot of options. -C for comment, -D to change the home directory, -E expiry date, you can fix it, inactive, -F inactive, -G primary group, supplementary group, capital Z supplementary or secondary group, -A appending supplementary group, H for help, L for login name. You want to change the login name. Okay, you want to change the login name. -L, capital L, log the user. -M, move the user content moving purpose. Okay, that's okay. -U, user ID changes, shell changes. Capital U for unlocking purpose. Okay, so these are the options. Same is go for a user add also, -L. So here also same options you will get it, but little small lesser. What are there? It is the base directory, comment directory, default kind of stuff. E expiry, inactive, GID, group like this. Create a home. Okay. So other few options are there. User ID, shell, kind of stuff. Little different from one option to another option, but still most of the common options are there. So like this, -U, user ID, -Z, group ID, -small l. Is it written or not? Login. You can change the login name. -small l. Okay. -Z, add it to supplementary group or a secondary group. D, home directory. -C, comment. -A, append, unlock. Capital U for unlock. Capital L for lock. Login shell. Okay. -V, we can also give the password, but the password won't work here. Okay, it won't work actually. Okay, like that, there are a lot of options are available. -E for expiry, inactive. F for inactive. Inactive stage. WM modification -M is also there. Okay, so like you can see. So compulsory go to help to find it. So I showed only two things. One is to change name. Okay, here the comment name you have to change it like a to how to change it by using Usermod. And also I showed how to add a user to a group, which is secondary group. Is any modification you required, also please tell me. I will show you how to do that kind of stuff. So I showed some options here. So compulsory go through those options. Okay, so I just whatever, so the modification of users. The last one is how to delete a user. To delete a user, userdel space -r. Two options are there, guys. Okay, here you have to remember this thing, userdel kind of stuff. It deletes user, but not users data, means home directory. Okay. So data stores in a that one also it won't be deleted. So users home directory and users personal data, where the personal data stores in the home directory, it won't be deleted. So user del space -r deletes user along with users personal data, means home directory. Okay, so can we delete the user, guys? Look at, these are the users home directory locations. You can see user home directory location. For example, I am going to delete a user now, so I'm going to delete a user. Okay, user. No. Also, we have to do like a /etc/passwd. Okay, so user is list of the users. I'm going to delete a user 5. Okay, Userdel user 5. I'm deleting user 5. Enter. User is deleted. Verify user is deleted or not, like this. So user 5 is gone from here. See, user 5, you can't see. ID user 5. It is telling no such a user. Okay. ls space -l /home. But user home directory is still there. User home directory still there. Okay. Users home directory still there. So this is Userdel. Next, I will ask a question later. Okay. I'm going to delete user 4. So this is a user 4, and also you can try from here. User 4 is there, and this is user 4 home directory. User 4 home directory. Now I'm going to delete user 4. Look at here. User del -r user 4. Now user, yeah, user 4 is deleted. It is not showing in this list. Next, ID user 4, no such a user, it is showing. Now finally check in the thing. User 4 home directory is also deleted. Home directory is also deleted. So this is to delete users. Guys, understand or not understand? Or you want to delete any user? Please tell me. I will show you one more user deletion kind of stuff. Just for a directory purpose only, I'm doing this one. So I'm removing all the additional data here just to see. This is the original Userdel. So when I checking after deleting a user, I checked it, user is deleted. Also I checked with a ID user. So obviously it is showing no such a user kind of stuff. But when I checking the home directory, in that one, user still having a home directory is there. Means if in case I want to delete a user, if in case I want to delete a user but not user's data, I need a user data. I need a user data. Okay, like that. If in case user left from the company, but user having a lot of data in it, so later I will take care of that data. So what I will do? I will just delete a user and I keep the user's profile data or a personal data. If in case user left from the company and user data no longer is required to store in our organization, so then I will use with a -r. So either way we can able to think. One is user del, one is user del wise. What is a user del? It delete a user, but it don't delete the user profile data. Means user home directory not deleted. Okay. So meaning is if you want to delete a user and you don't want to delete user's home directory, you don't want to delete user's home directory. Next, you want to delete user along with the user's data. You don't require user's data, no longer required. So you want to delete a user along with the home directory. Then you can use with option called -r. Yes, understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
I said no, I will ask some question. So what is that question is? I deleted a user 5 I deleted because of that one. So user name is not there, but ID is still showing here. Leave about it. So what my point is, user is not there. User is not there, and still there is a home directory. I don't want this home directory because already I have taken a backup. So I don't want this directory. How to delete a directory? I want to delete this directory, which is under /home. Tell me the command how to delete this directory.
Remove directory user file data. User file data.
But you have to tell location. We are in a different location, right?
Right.
So compulsory tell the location. Directory is not empty. Why not empty? Because it's user's home directory is by default it create some hidden kind of stuff. Maybe it is there. We'll try to see what is there inside like this. See, it is profile data. Okay. So data is directory is not empty. How to delete now?
RM
-r.
/rf.
Okay. Or if in case if it is throwing any error like this, descend into directory like this. If you are getting like this and it will ask so many questions to you, so you don't want to get these questions, what to do? Use
RF.
F for forcefully delete. Don't ask me anything, delete it. Okay. So this is to delete the directory. And finally, you have to check it. Is it deleted or not? There are no such a file or directory, and mainly it is deleted. So that is how you can learn very easily. Okay. Usually just put a question yourself. So how to delete this particular thing? Okay. So what is this? How to do it? This next one. Yes. It is a very good example of deleting a directory which is not empty. And also it is another example. When I put this command, it's not showing any data. So then another example of a use of -a because there is some hidden directories or files in the thing. So if you're having a data in the directory, you cannot able to delete. So you have to use -r, rm space -r. But sometimes it will ask questions like this. Do you want to delete it? There is a descending kind of stuff. Like you don't want that kind of stuff. That's you don't want to put a yes or no kind of stuff. You have to put yes by definitely you have to put a yes for deleting, no for not deleting.
काय माहित नाही बघतो विचारतो विचार.
Okay, so here in this one, I use F for a forcibly delete kind of stuff. F for a forcibly delete.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, can we delete a multiple user at a time? Means like user delete user 1, user 5, user 4. That's like.
You can delete.
Yeah.
Maybe, may not be. For example, -r. Currently, I have only 3 users. User 1, user 2, user 3 only. If you want to delete like this, user 1. If it is a sequence, not sequence also no problem. Not a sequence also no problem. User 1, and also I want to delete. Yeah, So why we should delete all these things? Okay, user 3. I'm not deleting user 2. That is not existing. Why it is throwing an error? So normally, if its sequence is quite easy. So like 1 comma 2 comma 3. But this one is also okay. It is not deleting. User 1, user 2, not giving. Okay. I'm not saying it is impossible. I'm saying it is. There may be some other options which we don't know yet. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Very good. So the guys, this is how to modify user, how to delete a user, how to add a user, everything. So this is your user management, password giving, and login is also. I will show you last one is a login. So go to tail /etc/passwd. So find out what are the users are there. So I want to log in. Already log in with the student one, like a student A. So I'm logging with a Dheeraj. I'm going to log in with a Dheeraj. So very simple. Go to putty. So already I showed, right? So 192.168.0.128. So when you are doing also better, guys, lot of people are now by using a mobile phone and tablet kind of stuff. So people are become to use um, uh, the dark colors, pink colors, kind of stuff, and it's very small letters. People are trying to read it. Eye comfortable is very important. The comfortable to eye is very important, guys. If it is not comfortable to eye, you will get a eye pain, headaches, lot of things. Okay, so no need to feel shy to see the things in a bigger. Okay, so then your eyes comfortable things won't give you more headache. It won't go make you to what is that one, eyesight kind of stuff, problem won't come. Okay, so username is Dheeraj. Okay, I log in. What is my ID? Okay, so username, group name, like it is showing. I want to switch to Gayatri -u. It is asking password. Okay, see, it changed automatically. Home directory is changed. Okay, I put a who am I here, but it will show Dheeraj only because first time login is Dheeraj only. I just switched. Who in the who list? Who log into my Linux PC? It's showing only root, student, and Dheeraj only, not showing Gayatri. Okay, so not showing Gayatri. Next ID. So Gayatri is in two groups. Primary group. This is the secondary group. Okay, like this we can do it. So if you put an exit, you'll go back to the first user only. Okay, so this is one more thing. One is like a putty and as well as user management. Yeah, that's enough. Someone put a question. Okay. User mod. Sorry, I didn't check the thing. Okay, I will explain once again. Kevin Raj got a question. Kevin, please tell me. You tell a scenario, then I will explain it. User mode for a modifying user
To change
related
the username, sir.
user properties. Yeah, tell me
To change the username.
how to change the user name.
user mode.
So here it is. I will take this user. Okay. Channa Reddy. I given a big name is Channa Reddy, but I want to change it to only Channa. Only that's like a Reddy or like Channa. Oh, which one is better? Otherwise, you can change. Why? What happening here? Okay, so like that, I'm changing the username. Okay, like this to other username. So what I'm going to use? First of all, I will verify ID. Okay, so here already it is visible, so no problem. The home directory is also visible. User ID, group ID is showing. So this is the name, and also we have to check ls space -l /home. Okay, in this one also it is showing home directory is like this. Home directory is like this group. Okay. Now I'm going to change the username, user mod. For example, by mistake, you given us some different name. Okay, you want to change it. So -l for a login name. Login name is changing. So 1 second, I will show you that login name kind of stuff. Yeah, here it is. There is login, right? So su space -. Okay, so okay, so pwd, this is present working directory. Okay, so it's working. Now I'm changing the name. Okay, I'm changing username. So user is currently used by process like this. So it is using, either you have to kill the process or exit the user. Exit from the user. Then I'll try again. I'm changing name. Your name is changed. How do you know name is changed or not? Okay, so first of all, check again tail passwd. See, name is changed. Okay, name is changed. Remaining is not changing. Remaining is not changing. Next, check with ID. ID. So Channa Reddy is not there. Channa is there. Okay.
ID Channa.
Okay, is there. You change a name, but you didn't change the password, but you changed only name. Okay, and ls space -l/home. Directory name is also not changing. Only you change the name. Where it is? Here it is. Su space -. Okay, here it is. User does not exist. Is asking password. The old password only it is working here. Okay, you can change the password if you want it. Okay, because you change the name, I want to change the password, you can do it. Home directory is also not changing. You have changed only name. You want to check the ID. ID is also same. Group and user ID is also same. Only you change the name. I told a lot of story, but important thing is, what is the important thing? Do you understand user mod to modify user name, user login name, comment, user ID, group ID, add a user to secondary group. Okay, changing home directory. You can change home directory name. Okay, you can change home directory name if you want. You can change the home directory name. How to change home directory name? Very simple. The user mod -d /home/Chenna, and for a Chenna username compulsory. Again, column is login. That is showing it is changed, but it is actually home directory. The directory name is not showing, not changing. It is showing here in this one by changing. The directory name is not changing, so definitely you will get a big column. See, authentication failure. Sorry. See, we are getting like this. Why? Because of your home directory name is like this, but actually that directory is not there. You have to change the directory name also. You have to rename this one. How to rename this one? Okay. It should be like this, but it is like this. How to rename the file? How to rename the directory? Rename the directory. I want to rename directory like this to like this. What is the command for renaming directory?
mv command.
mv command. Why it is showing no such a file or directory? Because location. Okay. Now it is changed. It got changed. Again, go to this. Exit. Again, login. How it is kept. Okay. So if you change the name, then you have to change a lot of things, of course, but not required. The point is Usermod. That's it. I change in this one two things. One is I change username. I change his home directory. Okay. Again, Usermod. So first I verified user is available, and also I verified user ID, and also I verified home directory. Next, I change my username and verify name is changed. Verify old name is still existing. Verify new name is came up or not, and also check the home directory any changes are occurred. I want to change the home directory, but I change in the list and verify as per the setting is done or not. But originally the home directory is not changed. Then I change my home directory to like this and verify it is done or not by logging as so. So in this command, if you don't understand the entire process, no problem. You have to understand two things. One is how to change username. First one, usermod command. Second, if you change home directories, you have to change the original name also by using mv. Okay, that's it. Understand? What happened? Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Understand usermod?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
While we are telling long process, no, in the long process, confusion is common. At original point we miss.
Yes, sir.
We will understand everything. Original point we missing. Like that, it is happen. It will happens. Earlier also same thing. Now also same thing only. Okay, that's not your wallet. Okay, like okay. So that understand the point. That's okay. So take a break and be back in 5 minutes only. I will tell disk management. Okay, next class is directly a disk management, guys. It is very simple disk management because afternoon I will tell a LVM. We keep process management aside. Okay, so next one is disk management. I will tell. No, yeah, this is.